This is the Nokia X3 Touch and Type mobile phone. Now it's an updated version of the original Nokia X3. This version's got Wi-Fi and 3G connectivity, so it's much better for internet connection. It's also got this interesting hybrid layout, so we've got a touchscreen on the top and a numeric keypad at the bottom. The keys on the numeric keyboard are nicely laid out, they're quite a nice large size. Although strangely the space key is actually located at the bottom right. It's normally at the middle of the keyboard, or the middle bottom, so I found when I was typing with that I did occasionally press the wrong button. Now the touchscreen is quite small. Most touchscreens these days are at least 3 inches, this is only 2.4 inches, so it's a little on the small side. You do notice it when you're using it, when you're looking at photos for example. It's also resistive. Now more expensive touchscreen phones like the iPhone use capacitive technology. It's much faster, much more responsive, you can flick around to your heart's content. Resistive technology means you have to press quite firmly with your finger. However, we did find that the X3 Touch and Type worked quite well and was pretty responsive overall. Now recently we've seen lots of advanced smartphones, things like the iPhone. They have multiple home screens, access to apps, so you can customise them to your heart's content. Now the X3 Touch and Type isn't that sort of phone, it's a mid-range phone, priced around £100, so you're not going to get all this advanced functionality. That said though, it's not completely basic. So you can do some customisation on the home screen, and you can access apps from Nokia's Ovi store. Now it runs on Symbian's S40 operating system, which has been around for a few years now, so as I say, it's not the most advanced device. But on the plus side, it's pretty easy to use, it's very familiar, so if you've had a Nokia phone before, the chances are you'll be able to pick this up and operate straight away. On the back of the phone is a 5 megapixel camera. Now 5 megapixels sounds quite impressive, but actually this camera looks quite basic. There's no autofocus and no flash, so while it's probably okay for everyday snaps in good light conditions, you won't want to use it for anything important. The phone can also shoot video, but at just 18 frames per second in VGA resolution, it's not going to be anything too special. Probably just about enough for shooting and putting up on YouTube, for example. As you'd expect, there's a regular music player, also an FM radio. You can save all your favourite tracks on the micro SD card, and there's a 3.5mm headphone jack on the top of the phone here. Now that's really quite handy because the supplied set look a little bit cheap and plasticky. Now we'll look at the camera and the music player more thoroughly in our lab tests. We'll also look at the internet on the phone. The X3 Touch and Type can access the internet quite quickly. It's got HSDPA, which is best thought of as 3.5G, and if you're in a wireless hotspot you can hook up wirelessly through Wi-Fi. The touchscreen does help a little with navigation, though at just 2.4 inches it's quite small, and unlike certain other more advanced phones there's no pinch to zoom, no multi-touch gestures. Now for more information on this phone and to get all the best deals, check out our website which.co.uk/mobile.